welcome to the Narrowing Path, walking the spiritual walk. My name's Stephen Van Eierstein, and thank you for coming back again to listen to the Daily Meditation by James Allen. It's been quite a journey so far. I'm looking to seeing what January 9th holds for us. A lot of accountability, a lot of willingness we've talked about so far, and we'll see if that keeps up for today. This is going to be new to me, so it's fresh for you, fresh for me, and you'll get my genuine reactions in response to it, and we will kind of go from there. So here we go. January 9th. When the soul is tired, its need is greatest. Do not despair because of failure. From your particular failure, there's a special greatness, a peculiar wisdom to be gained. And no teacher can lead you to that greatness, that wisdom, more surely and swiftly than your experience of failure. In every mistake you make, in every fall you encounter, there is a lesson of vital import if you would but search it out. And he who will stoop to discover the good in that which appears to be disastrous will rise superior to every event, and will utilize his failures as winged steeds to bear him to a final supreme success. Foolish men blame others for their lapses and sins, but the truth lover blame only himself. Let him acknowledge his complete responsibility for his own conduct. Where temptation is powerful, the greater and more enduring will be the victory. Another good one. Another fantastic one about just taking ownership for your actions and your current life situations. I love these. I absolutely love these. This is something I didn't understand for the better part of 30 years. The actual acknowledgement of my responsibility and the quality of my own life, which seems ridiculous to say now, but it's so much easier to blame the victim, to play P-L-A-Y, the victim, and say I can't do anything, and that way I get to forego any responsibility that others may think I should have, which makes life easier and excuses bad behavior. All sorts of bad behavior in my own mind. So in reality, it doesn't. It just drives me into a deeper hole. But in my mind, I can justify, hey, I've got it. This is okay for me to do because, this happened to me. And that victim mentality of just, I'm a victim of the world. The world's not fair to me. The world's treating me differently. I'm unlucky in this world, but the reality of it is the world is just the world and life is just life. It's how you interact with it, right? Like, I like the way this is phrased when he talks about failure, because he talks about the lessons you gain from failure. There's a lot of stuff out there like there is no failure, because failure's got such a negative connotation associated with it, such a negative vibe and impact of such a word. But the reality of it is it's just how you think of failure. Because of course there's failure. If it doesn't succeed, it's a failure. If it doesn't if an idea doesn't, or an action doesn't produce what you want it to produce, and actually has negative consequences, or for any other set of circumstances, it's a failure. And that's okay in some senses, as long as you pull the lessons out of it. Failure doesn't mean this damning association of your character. I think a lot of people define themselves by failure in the sense of like, I am a failure, or if this doesn't work, everyone's going to know I suck. It's to be scared of failing really is insecurity in hiding for one reason or another, because they're worried people are going to think you're inept, or think you're stupid, or think you're incompetent or incapable. whatever it is. And that's a huge thing to understand. Failure is not terrible because you'll learn and you grow and you get to redo whatever it is, or re-engage and take another shot at something. Embracing it as growth is a very big thing. You got taking the fear out of failure is crucial. It's been crucial for me. I'm not that great at it. I will admit to that. I still get hung up on the fear of failure and I have to take a look at it. I have to do that inventory and see where that's coming from, and expand upon that greatly, because all that will do will hold me back. All it will do is hold me back. Every time. Fear will paralyze a person. It'll also stop them from actually fully dedicating or committing to what they're doing and setting themselves up for it to be a failure out the gate. Then you can say, I knew it wasn't going to work, and then you eventually just stop trying. This isn't new information that I'm saying right now, but it is relevant, and it continues to happen. So it just opened up just with such amazing perspective. And the way it talks about the special greatness, a particular wisdom to be gained from failure. No teacher can lead you to that greatness, the wisdom, more surely and swiftly than your experience of failure. It's putting failure as a necessity for growth, and it's true. I think we're robbing people of some of the growth they can have by telling them that it's not actually failure. We're taking away the actual impact of what failure can do for a person. It's not meant to be damning by any means, but it's meant to be impactful so you learn from it and grow from it. Because if you don't, you're just going to be stuck. And that's an even more painful place to be. And let's read this last paragraph here. The foolish men blame others for their lapses and sins, but the truth lover blames only himself. Let him acknowledge his complete responsibility for his own conduct. Where temptation is powerful, greater and more enduring will be the victory. That ties right back into that first line. When the soul is most tired, its need is the greatest. Right? And that's when we need to make sure we're sticking to our principles, sticking to our goals, sticking to our disciplines, and those spiritual values that we all should hold near and dear to our heart. When I get tired and when I get worn down, per se, it's easy for me to justify a lie, or easy for me to justify laziness or procrastination or overindulgence, that animal indulgence it talks about in one form or another. And that's when I need to make sure I'm sticking with the disciplines that I've learned and that I practice. Thank God I have those, because it takes some of the decision making out of my hands when I'm not necessarily in the best frame of mind to be making decisions for myself, and that I can change that awareness. So anyway, great reading today. It went a little bit longer than usual, but thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it. And I will be back on here again tomorrow with the next reading. And as I've been saying, I plan on doing a little bit longer one here soon about what spirituality is and what it means to me. So keep on the lookout for that. And until next time, thanks.